I think that a lot of traders actually believe that if they put together a very well designed trading plan and that they apply that plan in a disciplined way, that should immediately start producing profitable results. And unfortunately, I wish it were that easy. I wish it were as easy as giving a trader a plan and the trader being disciplined enough to follow the plan. And unfortunately, that does not work that way. It's almost like saying a person wants to be a professional football player. And so they've never played football before, well, at least. And a professional football player hands them a plan and says, look, you've got to do this, you've got to do this, you've got to do this, you've got to do this to become good. You got to wake up at this time. You got to practice these many hours. You've got to have your diet this way. You've got to do these drills. And you've got to do this over X period. It's not like just because you have the plan and the instructions from a master that even if you apply that plan properly according to the professional's instructions, you're not going to be a professional. Think about it. Like, just think about it as it relates to anything else, traders. That's not how life works. And I think that this is a huge trap for a lot of people who try their hand at this. They think that by reading a book and taking notes and taking those notes and putting it together and following those notes, that should immediately result in profitable trading. All you have to do is realize that trading is no different from any other activity in life. In fact, I'm always using the sports analysis, the sports comparison, because it's very similar. That you've got to put time into this. You've got to become experienced through practice, through trading. And it is only on the other side of that practice that you gain experience. And it is only on the other side of experience that you gain success. You don't gain success before you put the practice in. You don't gain success even with great practice and a great plan that you're practicing. The plan is not the success. The plan is just a tool to help you gain the necessary experience to ultimately become successful. And so you can have the greatest tools, the greatest tactics, the greatest techniques. You can have the greatest instruction on planet Earth. But at the end of the day, you have to take those tools and you have to create your own experience with those teachings, with that training. You've got to take those tactics and techniques that you've learned from a master, and you've got to utilize them to build your own experience. And it is that experience, when it reaches a certain point, that it starts to produce for you. The plan of another cannot produce for you. The tactics and techniques that you see someone else using successfully cannot be transferred to you on day one. Do you understand this? That you have to make that yours. Another way of putting this is this: you can't trade who you are not. You can't produce who or what you have not become yet. So, if you are not an experienced trader, how can you produce the results of an experienced trader? Think about this. take a pause. I am an inexperienced trader, but I want the results of an experienced trader. Is there a shortcut to that? I'm sorry, no. You've got to become an experienced trader first. And do you know what it takes to become an experienced trader? It takes a lot of trading. It takes two kinds of a lot of trading. A lot of losing trading. In particular, a lot of winning trading. A lot of mistakes. A lot of successes, a lot of failures, a lot of being brought to the breaking point, a lot of coming back, a lot of frustration, a lot of depression, a lot of moments almost wanting to quit. All of that goes into the pot called experience. And if you ever hope to become a master at this, you will have to be brought to the breaking point. There is no master in anything that has not been brought to the breaking point multiple times, whether they are an expert as a tennis player, whether they are at the top of the world in law as a lawyer or anything. Mastery comes with a price. And so what I find that it's very sad, especially in my industry, is that so many people have come in and began to teach when they should not be teaching, number one, and they teach this idea that you can have success right now. And only if that person sat and thought, what in life can I be successful at right now? Nothing. Why would trading be any different?